flight and welcoming us home. This is the accumulation of a very long journey. Last May, I knew nothing about this airplane, and all of a sudden in early July of last summer, I found myself kicking the tires and thinking about buying it and rounding up a crew. It took a little while to do kind of a pre-buy inspection. There was a couple little things we found, but in the end I went ahead and said, pulled the trigger. The last thing I wanted was a big broken down airplane in a foreign country across the ocean. I had to have somebody, I'd never flown one before, but I pretty much did all the flying, and this guy was a long-time DC-3 pilot, had about 8,000 hours, and flew for the airline. So anyway, so we had a great trip across. It took us, I think it was 11 days. It was about 33 hours of flying from southern Scotland to southern England to northern Scotland, and we went to Iceland after a couple of days of waiting out weather and putting in HF radios and life rafts and stuff. Got stuck one day for weather in Reykjavik, Iceland. It was absolutely magnificent. It was so clear, and we got a chance to fly over the glaciers and the fjords and the mountains and stuff and the ice pack. Left the next day, made it to Goose Bay, Canada, so we crossed the Atlantic. We were pretty happy about that. Next day, we were trying to get to Ottawa, but the weather got bad, and we got stuck in a little French town called Mount Jolie, where some of the people spoke English, but not a lot, and we didn't speak a lot of French. After we landed there, we kind of thought, oh my God, did we make a wrong turn somewhere? But anyway, finally got into Oshkosh. Unfortunately, it was 4 days after the fly-in. But I went ahead and parked it up there. As you can see, I've got limited space here at Fantasy Flights. I don't want to keep this outside. I want it inside. So we left it up there for about 6-7 months at the EA Museum, and they loved it because they don't have any possibilities of letting people inside airplanes, giving them tours. Of course, this is a very historic airplane. Flew in Battle of the Bulge, I think Operation Market Garden, probably the Berlin Airlift, and I think the Battle of Arnhem. Anyway, there was it dropped a lot of parachuters, and I was reminded that the other night, last Saturday, we had a paranormal investigation, and it's going to be interesting to maybe include this in one to see if we pick up any activity. So the airplane's going to live over there. I understand we've got a D-Day symposium coming up here in a couple of weekends. Unfortunately, I'm going to be out of the country. Once we'd landed here, we can't fly it again. One of the things that happened was the airplane was on an inspection program over in England, and we now have to get our local FSDO FAA office to approve an inspection program for us. So we flew down on a ferry permit. It was no big deal. We had done a complete inspection on the airplane. Before we left, everything was up to snuff. We've landed, and while I'm gone on this trip, my guys will get that inspection program sorted out. And when we get back, I'm going to probably get my co-pilot here to do some more flying with me, do some more training so I can get my rating.